Hey guys, today we're going to make my 5 favorite potato recipes. Of course there are many more great recipes, but these 5 are my favorite. We're going to make a pomme dauphine, a pomme fondant, pomme soufflé, a creamy potato puree, and finally my favorite, a pomme paolo. So, let's begin.
First we're going to make the pomme fondant. For that we'll use a waxy potato. All these potatoes are grown by my lovely wife and harvested while filming this video. Peel a couple potatoes and trim both sides. Then, if the potato is big enough, cut it in half. Now cut the slices with a round cutter. Keep the trimmings for another recipe. Submerge the rounds in water and rinse them till the water is clear. After that, dry them on some kitchen paper. Then pour some oil in the frying pan and pan fry the potato rounds with some salt. Once golden on one side, turn them around and add some knots of butter. Pan fry till both sides are nice and golden and keep turning them if necessary. Now add some demi-glace till the potatoes are halfway submerged, and also add 4 sprigs of thyme and 2 cloves of garlic that are cut in half. Now cover the potatoes with some parchment paper and let them cook on a medium-low heat for around 10 to 15 minutes. Once they're cooked, gently turn them around, turn off the heat and let them cool down for another 10 minutes. Then transfer the pomme fondant on a tray and glaze them with the demi-glace we just cooked them in. Now they're ready to be used. You can keep them covered in your fridge for a couple of days and reheat them in an oven at 150 degrees Celsius for around 5 minutes. Don't forget to give them a quick glaze before serving them. They're great with a beautiful duck breast, some green asparagus and a tarragon sauce. Now for the pomme dauphine. Start by peeling 600 grams of a floury potato. I use a doré potato. Then cut the peeled potatoes in even big chunks and transfer them into a pan. Add a liter of water and season it with 10 grams of salt. Bring this to a boil and boil the potatoes till cooked. This takes around 15 minutes. Once cooked, drain the water and let them steam dry for 5 minutes. Then use a ladle or a big spoon to press the potatoes through a fine sieve. In total you need 500 grams. Now mix 50 grams of water with 50 grams of milk, 50 grams of butter and 5 grams of salt. Heat this on a medium heat till the butter is melted. Then add 50 grams of flour and while stirring cook the flour for 2 to 3 minutes. We do this to remove the floury taste and make it taste a bit nutty. Once it's done, take the pan off the heat and let it cool down for 5 minutes. Then one by one add 2 eggs and mix it till both eggs are incorporated. Now add the choux pastry to the 500 grams of potato and mix it. Then season it with some black or white pepper. Mix it once more. Now transfer it into a piping bag and fill a square mold. You can also roll them by hand once the dough is cooled down, but this way is so much easier and so much faster. Then let them freeze till solid. After that remove the top and trim the pomme dauphines. Now you can keep them covered in your freezer for a couple of weeks. If you want to serve them, just cover them frozen with a thin layer of flour and deep fry them at 180 degrees Celsius till golden brown. Mix them every now and then to create a nice even color. Once golden, transfer them on some kitchen paper and season with salt. Then they're ready to be served. Now for the potato puree. For this recipe I also use a doré potato, so a floury potato. Peel a couple of them and then cut them in even big chunks. Now transfer them into a pan and add a liter of water and 10 grams of salt. This is my standard ratio to seasoned potato water. Boil the potatoes till cooked. Meanwhile melt some butter. The quantity is 80% of the weight of the potatoes. Do this on a low heat. Once the potatoes are cooked, drain the water and let them steam dry for 5 minutes. Then when still hot, press them through a fine sieve or through a fine flour sieve. Now add the hot melted butter and mix it till everything is incorporated. Because the fat content is so high, there's a possibility the puree might split. To fix this, just add a splash of milk and mix it once more. Then, when necessary, season it with salt. Now as a final step, I always pass the puree through a fine sauce sieve. This is optional, but it will really bring your puree to the next level. Look at that beauty. For me, this is the perfect consistency for a good puree. Now you can keep it covered in your fridge for a couple of days. To reheat it, it's quite simple. Just keep it covered and slowly reheat it on a low heat. Once it's hot all the way through, give it a mix before serving it. Now you can also heat it up faster on a higher heat, but this way you have no danger of burning the puree and it takes very little effort. Now my favorite, the pomme paolo. First, peel some waxy potatoes and slice them in thin slices on a mandolin. They need to be around 3 mm thin. Then place the slices in stacks on your cutting board and cut them with a round cutter. The cutter needs to be the same size as the bottom of the metal cups we're going to cook the slices in. Now submerge the slices in water and rinse them till the water is clear. We do this to remove any excess starch, otherwise the slices might color too much when deep frying. And again, keep the trimmings for another recipe. Now season some boiling water with salt and blanch the potato slices for around a minute. Don't over blanch them, otherwise they will fall apart. They need to snap when bending the potato. Then spread them on a kitchen towel and let the slices cool down in your fridge. While it's cooling down, we can marinate the goose or duck fat. Pour 400 grams into a saucepan and add 3 cloves of garlic that are cut in half and 5 sprigs of thyme. Now heat this up on a medium heat for 15 minutes. Then turn off the heat and let it cool down for 30 minutes. After that, pass the fat through a fine sieve. Now add the cold potato slices to the fat and mix it so every slice is covered. Let it marinate for 5 minutes. Then stack the slices till they have the same height as the metal cups and press them well together so they stick to each other. Now place the stacks in the cups and repeat this with all the slices. Then fill the cups with the remaining fat and make sure the potato is covered. Let this set in your fridge. Now to finish the paolo, place the cups in a pan and add enough oil to submerge the cups halfway. Don't add too much oil. When it heats up, the oil expands and it might overflow the cups. Heat the pan on a high heat to deep fry the paolo. Refill the cups with some more hot goose fat or duck fat when necessary. Once the potato is golden brown, gently turn the cups around while pressing the potato in the cup. Now place them upside down on a rack and remove the cups. Be careful, because the cups are still very hot. Then remove the top disc and keep that one as a little snack for yourself. Now season them with some flaky salt and then they're ready to be served. It's best to serve them straight away, but otherwise you can deep fry them before service and heat them up at 180 degrees Celsius for a couple of minutes. Then the final recipe, a pomme soufflé. Peel a waxy potato and slice it in thin slices on a mandolin. They need to be around a millimeter thin. Now place them in rows of 2 on your worktop and try to match the size. Dust a thin layer of potato starch on the top row. You can also use cornstarch, but I find that potato starch works better. Now brush the excess powder off. Then take some egg white and brush a thin layer on the bottom row. After that, place the slices on top of each other with the egg white side facing the starch side. Now cut them with the desired cutter. It can be any size or shape. Then remove the trimmings and place the slices on a tray. While you're making the pomme soufflé, make sure you have some frying oil that's 170 degrees Celsius ready. Then directly deep fry the potato rounds in small batches. Once they start to float, baste them with the hot oil to make them soufflé even more and to give them a nice even color. Start with a small amount and focus on quality. Once you get the hang of it, you can deep fry more at a time. I always say, practice makes perfect. Now season with salt and then they're ready to be used. Making pomme soufflé might take some time, but it's such a nice and beautiful crisp. You can keep them dry and covered for a couple of weeks. And there you have it guys, my top 5 favorite potato recipes.
Okay guys, that's it for today. Super happy with the result. We have these beautiful potato preparations. Of course there are many more potato recipes or preparations that I love making and I love eating. But these 5 are definitely my favorite. We have the really nice pomme dauphine. It's really nice golden, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. The pomme fondant, yeah, you can see how really nice shiny it is because of all the beef jus. So that's super nice. Really nice to make this for bigger parties as well. If you are understaffed or if you have a big dinner party at home, this is so easy to prep and then just put in a heat room or put it in the oven on a low temp to reheat it, and then you can just keep it hot and serve it whenever you like. It's gonna blow the minds of your guests for sure. Pomme soufflé, it's a bit tricky. It takes some time to get it right, to get it perfect. But once you have it, it's like riding a bicycle. You never forget how to make it. You can see super nice and crispy. Really nice to make it with different shapes as well, but all my other cutters are at the studio right now, so I just had the round cutters and that's why I only used those, but looks super cool as well. With the potato puree, I mean, beautifully creamy recipe. You can reheat it, super easy as well. But like I said in the video, if it splits, just add a bit of milk, mix it, and then you get a great emulsion again. But because of the amount of butter, there is a chance it will split. But don't worry about it, easy fix. And then finally we have the most beautiful one, I think, the paolo. Really nice, all these layers, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and it's just like little discs of heaven. Really, really love it. So guys, that's it for today. Please let me know in the comments on what you want to see next. Maybe another my 5 favorite recipes. Maybe something else, something with fish, something with meat, appetizer, a certain cuisine. Just let me know in the comments. I hope to see you next time. Like and share the video and subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video. And as always, bon appétit.